sides or degrade players, coaches, or officials. Spectators may be removed from the premise for unsportsmanlike behavior. Calling opposing players, coaches, or officials by name and number is not acceptable. Finally, we would like to remind all spectators and fans that the only people that should be speaking with the officials are coaches and school personnel. Let's make this contest a positive athletic experience for all. Now let's meet our teams. For the Visit Wildcats. Number 16, senior, Milton. Number 6, senior, Ariana Bourne. Number 4, junior, Joanna Garcia. Number 18, sophomore, Amy DeGonia. Number 19, sophomore, Ella Holden. Number 9, sophomore, Abigail Hill. The head coach is Karen Whittington and assisted by Mike Jones. And now, for our own Bourne High School ladies and Canalmen.
Starting with number 2, sophomore, Anna McCarthy. Next up we have number 4, Lily Russell Senior. Next up we have number 11, sophomore, Stacey Lee. Next up a round of applause for number 12, senior, Noah Tino. Then we have number 18, senior, Madeline Rosenthal. There we go. And then we have finally number 19, senior, Sophia
Canalmen coach by Coach Bourne, Coach Lee, Coach Russell, and Coach Donovan. Now we ask you to please stand for the singing of our national anthem by volleyball's own Shay Ireland.
A perfect rendition of our national anthem by one of Bourne's very own volleyball players. Welcome back inside the Bourne High School Gymnasium for tonight's coverage of South Coast Conference Varsity Girls Volleyball on Bourne Community TV. It's the West Bridgewater Wildcats taking on the defending state champions, the Bourne Canalmen. Once again, thank you for joining us on Bourne Community TV. Keegan Hamblin on commentary with Dan Vinciguerra running our camera. Bourne Canalmen girls volleyball side got off to a very hot start. They left off right where they ended last year, a 3-0 win at Fairhaven to start their season 1-0. As we mentioned in the junior varsity game, they have not lost a set since October 25th of last season. That's 18 consecutive set wins. It's a very good student turnout that's made their way on the right side of the gym if you're looking on our TV feeds, and we are expecting a lot more students to show up. We have our boys soccer team that's just about to get back from Case High School, so you can expect by the second or third set, this gym is going to be loud. This is probably, if you had to pick one, the best environment in the SEC in terms of volleyball. It's going to be the Canalmen to serve first. The senior, Lily Russell, on the serve. Bourne in purple, West Bridgewater in maroon and gray. Home opener is underway. A quick early serve, and it's going off of the netting. And an early point for Bourne. That was Amy Dangoya, the sophomore. on the first hit for the Wildcats. Here's Russell again, gets it down low and an ace point. Dan Goya again trying to get the dig, couldn't work out. That one drops in, another ace. And Bourne's quickly up 3-0 and set 1. Directing on the sidelines for Bourne is head coach David Moore. Season number 7 and stint number 2 for him. Head coach of West Bridgewater is Karen Pennington. Saved nicely on the side. Hallinan gets it to the left, tapped over by Timo. Saved by Holden, left side for Hilchey, and it drops down for a West Bridgewater point. Vange Hilchey, one of only 2 seniors on the Wildcats side. It's her and Ariana Lone. Lone is out there on the front side as well. It's Hilchey, Lone, and Holden, the front 3 for West Bridgewater. Here comes the serve and a nice tap up top. It ends up behind, and the libero with the miss hit, and it's heading towards the scores table. That was Kogovin on the side, and Dan Goya redirected it over. Madeline Rosignol to serve. Rosignol with a good serve, tapped up by Kogovin. Left side for Hill. She blasts it, but it's out of play. If you missed the junior varsity match between these two sides, Bourne won 2-0, but they were both very, very close. A well put on effort from the Wildcats. Hit behind, tapping that one over is Lone, and she earns a Wildcat point. Here comes a sub for West Bridgewater. Jasmine Paulson, the sophomore, will check in for Amy Dangoya. Also want to give a shout out to the person you can probably see on the door on the right side. Kristen Alexander, the new AD, did a phenomenal job announcing at least the West Bridgewater starting lineup. They had one of the Bourne players, I think, from the JV side announced the Bourne players. Tapped up on the side, that's Timo with a monstrous kill. Sophia Hallinen's going to serve, but first the substitution. The sophomore Charlotte Taylor will check in for the sophomore Stacy Lee. 6-2, Bourne over West Bridgewater. First set early on. It's going to end up on the side. That's Paulson, and a good save there, but it drops down to hit the roof. Avery Morrill, the libero for Bourne, tapped it up high. Ariana Lone to serve, right in front of Canalmen Nation. And they're getting some screams in there. She was serving that ball. Here it comes short. It's going to be tapped, and it's out of play. That was Nola Timo on the hit. And a short serve that time. It actually went off of the head of Ella Holden. Nola Timo to serve it. Lines up on the right side as the JV players are banging the bleachers. And that actually didn't work out for them. It's an ace point off the hands of Hilchey. Timo again will play it short, another ace point. Dig attempt was short from Joanna Garcia. Timo again lines it out of play. Ella Holden on the serve. Tapped up, a nice dig there. And hit backwards by Russell will stay in play. Running in Holden, couldn't get to it in time. Another Bourne point. Madeline Rosignol checks back in. The libero Morrow to serve it. It drops down after Van Chilchey got a hand to it. First home match of the season for the Bourne Canalmen. After we mentioned they won the state championship last year. Went 20-5 overall. Finished with the number 1 seed in the division. Division 5, that is, for women's volleyball. As they'll earn another point here. They actually reached the state championship 2 years ago. They did fall short. But what an effort and leadership from this Canalmen crew. And you got 6 seniors who want to go out on top yet again. Another point here. So it runs the score to 13-5. Avery Morrill doing a very good job serving so far. Here she is again, another line drive, another ace. Dig attempt short again from Hilchey. Serve nicely up, hit it backwards. Kellogg will send it over. Timo plays it short, right side, a tap over. Then earned a point from Taylor. Back over to the left side. Saved by Morrill. Tapped up, left side, Russell off the netting, and it falls for a Wildcat point. Amy Dangoya checks back in to replace Jasmine Paulson. Here comes the serve, it's heading out nearly off the camera that the Bourne coaches have set up along the baseline. Taylor to serve it, 15-6 Bourne over West Bridgewater. Set one of our varsity matchup tonight. Off to the side, still in play. Back over, and the touch comes from Hilchey. Back over again, 2 attempts from Kellogg. Garcia was running in. Didn't get it over the netting. Still 2 timeouts either side in this first set. Van Chilchey talking over to Coach Pennington on what the setup should be. She didn't get to it, but it's another ace. Kogovan short on that attempt. One played short, comes off to the side. Hilchey sends it over. A good dig there by Timo. Whack back over. Still in play from Holden. Back on. Morrill popped it up. Timo will send it over. Forcing everybody to back up here. Line drive hit. Did it take a deflection? No, it did not. Another point for Bourne. Played on backwards. It's going to be Hilchey sending it over. Morrill has it. Leaves it for Hallinan. Left side, Russell. No. It hits the ceiling. Hilchey again sends it out of play. 19-6 Bourne. That one heads out of play. Good effort on the serves from Taylor. Did everything she could, and she's about to sub back out as Stacy Lee subs in for her. Kira Kogovan to serve this one for the Wildcats. Left side here, Russell, is it in? No, it's not. Good effort from Lily Russell, who's actually the daughter of the junior varsity coach here for Bourne, Kara Russell. She's also a younger brother, a freshman, a part of the boys soccer team as the Wildcats earn yet another point. You can see that student section is filling up slowly but surely. You got girls soccer, who was here against Case earlier on. 19-9, set number 1. Morrill leaves it back over to Russell on the side, up in the air. Holden. Russell didn't get on the end of it that time. Holden running in. It's going to drop in. Bourne's got it. Back over on the side for Timo. Another Wildcats point. Make that 3 in a row for West Bridgewater. Russell taps it over. Good dig there from Holden. Back on the side for Joanna Garcia, kept alive by Timo. Left side, Russell trying to get the kill, and it didn't. But it doesn't matter, it took the touch at the Bourne point. The senior Lily Russell to serve. We mentioned 6 seniors for them. It's Russell, Muldoon, Morrill, Timo, Rosignol, and Hallinan, the 6 seniors. And speaking of upperclassmen, we have a junior serving now, Joanna Garcia. Left side for the Wildcats, lines it in the middle. Morrill will hit it at a play, and a nice snag by a fan right down in front. Good run in by Hallinan, staying alive. Timo gets it over. Back in the middle, that's Hilchi running in, sent back around. Dan Goya got it in the back. Hilchi has to send it back over on that third touch. Here comes in the mix, didn't work from Rosignol. That one drops in as it got over the arms of Stacy Lee. Garcia lines it over. Boy, I gotta tell you, the power difference, and this goes for both sides, between varsity and junior varsity is wide. Rosignol on the serve. Ends up right in front. Hilchi will send that one out of play. Rosignol close to touching it to try to save it. She played it smart, and Bourne's 3 points away from winning the first set. Here's the serve, tapped in the air. Garcia, now played behind. Garcia will hit it over on the third touch. Rosignol with the save. Hallinan left side. Timo, the 2-hand touch over. Saved by Hilchi. Hilchi's going to receive it again, and it drops. Hilchi and Lone were conferring on who wanted to take it. Line drive serve off to the side. Holden saves it, sent over by Dan Goya. Hallinan over to Timo. What a point. What a kill. Set point now for the Canalmen. Up in the air, it's going to be tapped over by Hilchi. Good reverse hit from Russell. Left side, Timo, two hands. Kept in play, Holden just sends it over on the one touch. And Lee couldn't catch up to it in time. Substitution here for the Wildcats. Jasmine Paulson checking in for Amy Dangoya. Dangoya gets a nice round of applause, doing one heck of a job so far. Serve over, and it does not drop in. That's a Bourne point. That's the end of set one. The Canalmen take it 25-14. Let's take a quick break on our Bourne Community TV feeds. We'll be back for set number two. All right, back here inside Bourne High School. So we're about to begin set two in this evening's varsity girls volleyball matchup. Bourne took the first set over West Bridgewater 25-14. West Bridgewater will serve first in the second set. This time the Wildcats line up on the left side, Bourne on the right. Joanna Garcia to serve it first. Timo will send that one over. A good save there by Kogovan. Gifford, saved by Russell. Back in the middle and a miss hit there by Rosignol. Good serve here. Russell pops it up in the air. Back over for Timo, and it's off the netting. A little bit short. That was Hallinan who tried to get the assist and set it up on it. Garcia again. Battle of the fours with Russell and a surprise alert hit from Hallinan. That didn't work out. Russell back to Hallinan, sets it up for Timo, going for the low blow. Wasn't there. Back over for Kogovan, saved by Russell. Rosignol on the side for Lee, gets it over. Not a point yet. Set up in the mix, and a good save by Russell, and unable to catch up to it was Morrow. So 3 straight now to start out this second set for West Bridgewater. That one's heading over everybody and actually tilts the iPad a little bit that we were talking about. Madeline Rosignol will serve this. Ariana McCarthy checks in, one of the sophomores. There's only one junior on this team. That's number 8, Emily Sudo, who's lined up down low. So a good crew of sophomores to look forward to after this senior group graduates in about 9 months' time. That's Gifford setting it up right side. Timo reached over the netting. It's going to be a point for the Wildcats. Raylan Gifford this time on the serve. The second youngest player on this roster. She's an 8th grader at West Bridgewater. They do have a 7th grader on this team, Sophia Kuvlis. Good point there earned by Sophia Hallinan. And here comes the junior we were talking about for Bourne. Pseudo checks in for Stacy Lee. Hallinan to serve this one. Mid-right side with the left hand. Tapped off to the side and a good save. Backwards hit from Lone keeps it alive. One hand hit over from Paulson. Back over, pseudo to Timo. Sorry, Albury style by Nola Timo. Hallinan again on the serve. It's short, ends up high in the air. Kogovan gets it into the mix on a good hit over to Ella Holden. Set up short. Timo keeps it alive. I don't know how. Timo will hit it over very lightly. Lone hits it behind. Left side and a miss hit from Paulson. And we did get word by our AD, Miss Alexander, over there that both soccer teams put up a fantastic effort. Unfortunately, none came away with the win as that serve was short. Abby Kellogg back into the game. And Ariana Lone to serve. Short again. It was on the left side and Pseudo touched the pole. We got someone is a super fan down there, Dan. Someone is loving the effort, hating some of the stuff out there. That's why we love high school sports, though. That was Timo sending it up. Gifford keeps it alive, sent over by Holden. There's Russell with the short to Hallinan. Left side, Timo! Close to the line, not in. Hallinan gives it to Russell that time, and it's sent right back over on a one touch by Lone. Timo on the hit, took a deflection. They're going to say no deflection on that. I don't know about that one. That was a very clear deflection, I thought. Russell back, that's McCarthy, left side for Pseudo. Holden left for Paulson, saved by Russell. Back over to Timo, loops it down and gets a point. And now we're going to start finding some momentum. It's 8-5 Wildcats. Nola Timo with the serve. Way too powerful on that, out of the back. Ella Holden. This time sets up in the middle. Ends up in the mid-range area. Russell gets it over to Pseudo. Underhands it over. Libero Kogovan keeps it alive. Right side, a nice tap by Garcia. Got it right in front of Morrill. Good dig there. Pseudo keeps it alive, gets it over. Hallinan on the two-hand touch. Gifford keeps it alive. Morrill back over. Suda wanted it, and Hallinan cut her off. Now it's on the side for Paulson. Morrill again with the dig. Back over for Russell. Took a deflection. Back on over for Paulson, trying to get the point. She does. Paulson doing a fantastic job on that left side. Russell looking for the kill. Unable to get it again that time. All right, there have been some very close calls right in front. As now our Bourne boys soccer team is finally showing up. Good reverse hit off to the side. Here it comes from Garcia. Gets it in. Nice dig. What an effort to keep it alive. It doesn't work. But a fantastic job by Morrill and Russell to keep that play going. Time out. Bourne Canalmen. We got to take this one too. We'll be right back. All right, back out of the timeout. 13-5, West Bridgewater over Bourne in set number 2. Again, Bourne took the first set. They're in danger of losing their first set in almost 10.5 months. There's Russell to Hallinan, back to Russell. Soft touch, ends up behind. Kogovin, and we had a violation. It's going to be a Bourne point. The libero Morrill to serve it. Right side. Morrill, line drive serve. Holden, left side. Garcia off the netting. Another Bourne point. Might be another ace point. It will be. Off the hands of Joanna Garcia. 3 straight out of the timeout for Coach Moore's crew. Another line drive serve. Garcia will get it over on the second touch. Hallinan, middle. 2 deflections, stays alive. Garcia back over. Timo keeps it. Hallinan behind. Sudo up in the air. Holding back over for Paulson. Looping quickly, and it's going to come off to the side. Paulson this time with the serve. Played low. Hallinan back to Russell. That one took a deflection. And a nice snag off to the side by junior varsity coach Mike Jones. Emily Sudo to serve this one as some eardrums are about to be blown from everybody screaming. Good serve up. It's going to go on over to Gifford. Met up high. Tapped down by Sophia Hallinan. Not sure if she got any part of it. Either way, it went off the netting. And another Bourne point. Bourne's taken 5 of the last 6. Sudo again this time. Backwards hit. Kogovin over. Sudo. And Hallinan gets it back. Up high, down hard for Maddie Rosignol. Sudo gets it to Hallinan. Left side, Russell short on the hit. It's a little bit in front of her. She got there in time, though. Stacy Lee checking back in for Bourne to replace Emily Sudo. Kara Kogovan to serve. Missed hit by Russell, kept alive by Lee. Morrow sends it back over. Going to be played short. Here's Lone. Good dig there. Kogovan, right side, Garcia, dropping quickly. Morrow saves it. Hallinan, Russell, yes! Russell on the serve. Played short. Ends it behind Garcia. Morrow keeps it alive up near the ceiling. Timo sends it over. It drops. Another point. Lily Russell on the serve. Up high in the air, gathering that Holden. Left side. Good dig by Morrill. Hallinan, short. Rosignol gets it back over. Holden again, left side for Gifford. Morrill, another dig. Hallinan back to retrieve it. Over to Timo. Deflection short. Staying alive with Holden. Gifford again, a third time. Not going to work. Bourne is pulled back to within one in the set after trailing at 1 point by 8. A 9-2 run for the ladies in purple. Make it 9-3 as that serve goes out from Russell. Tremendous effort by her, though. Joanna Garcia on the serve, right side. Garcia gonna play into the middle, didn't make it over the net. Maddie Rosignol, set and ready. There it comes. Holden, Gifford, line drived it. No deflection, not in play. Bourne Canalmen point. They've tied the set. Rosignol. Here we go. Tied 16-16, set number 2. Holden gets it over quickly. Good dig there from Rosignol. Back over for Timo, and it didn't work. It's out of play off a deflection by Joanna Garcia. And Bourne has taken the lead. Maddie Rosignol, as Bourne has their first lead of set number 2. Garcia had it up in the air, and it's going out of play again. Up in the air off the curtain, a good attempt. Coming on over near us, and it's another point for Bourne. Respect the hustle there from the sophomore, Ella Holden. Timeout, West Bridgewater. Let's take it 2. Bourne has all the momentum, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back out of the timeout as Maddie Rosignol is about to serve. 19-16, Bourne over West Bridgewater in this second set of tonight's South Coast Conference Girls Volleyball Varsity matchup. Again, if you're watching on Bourne Community TV, whether on YouTube, our BTV Sports segment, Comcast channels 6, 8, and 9, we do thank you. Keegan Hamblett on commentary with Dan Vansagera running our camera. God, I got to give credit to these Bourne Canalmen fans over here. They are making all of the noise. They're not on our side. They're right over here. You can see it's like a mosh pit over there as another ace comes in from Rosignol. 21-16. Line drive serve, and it didn't make its way back over the net. Dangoya, Kogovan were both in there. What a run by this Canalmen side, a 17-3 run. Up high in the air, Kogovan gets it over. This is Gifford with it. Short, kept alive. Timo over, and it's out of play off a deflection. Dangoya got a hand to it. I don't know why they're chanting soccer players over there. Might have given credit 2 days ago. We were there, Dan. James Kirby, the guy they were chanting, got the first and only goal of the Canalmen boys soccer season so far. Gifford with it, gets it over. Good dig and a nice whack. Holden back over for Gifford. 2 attempts at the dig. And the follow-up not going to work from Raylan Gifford. And now it's set point for Bourne. That serve attempt goes out of play. What a run by Maddie Rosignol. Lots of high fives on the bench. She deserves every single one. Gifford is going to need at least 7 straight here to keep the Wildcats in this set. Good tap on over by Ariana Lone going up high. So we mentioned Lone and Hilchi. The only 2 seniors on this West Bridgewater side. A lot of young talent. Similar to Bourne, the majority of their team consists of sophomores. That one drops in on a service ace from Gifford. That makes 2 in a row for the Wildcats. That one off to the side. It's kept in by Morrill. Back in the middle for Timo. I think there would have been a carry violation even if she had got it over. It looked like she palmed that a little too long. The deficit in the set is now 4. 1 timeout left either side in the set. Not sure if anyone's going to use it though. Russell on the hit, and it's short. Great job by this West Bridgewater side to at least make this set interesting. Again, they had the lead earlier in the set, 13-5. Nice reverse hit's gonna drop from Sophia Hallinan to take the second set for Bourne. 25-21 the score. Bourne's 1 set away from winning the match. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Hey sports fans, you're watching BTV Sports. You can catch this and other Bourne High School home games on Bourne Community Television. Find this BTV Sports presentation and other games on BourneTV.com and also on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.
All right, we are back here once again in an electric Bourne High School gymnasium. Bourne leads this match 2-0 over West Bridgewater in a South Coast Conference clash. All right, Bourne will serve first in set 3. It's Lily Russell with it. High in the air, nearly on the basketball hoop. Backwards hit coming here for Lone. A nice reverse hit to get it on over by Sophia Hallinan. There's a service ace once again for Russell. Vange Hilchey sent it backwards. Russell another line drive, serve, another ace. Lily Russell doing a spectacular job. I know we're trying to plan a post-game interview with one of these Bourne Canalmen players if they're able to get out of here with the win. Russell is definitely towards the top of the food chain for that. A violation at the net, a West Bridgewater point, their first of set 3. Raylan Gifford this time on the serve. And see, every one of these players when they serve, they all have their little spot where they want to do it. Usually do it along the middle lines, whether it's left middle, right middle. She likes to go in the left middle. A killer shot came from Nola Timo. Kogovan was on her back trying to get that one over. It was a little short. Rosignol on that left middle side. She'll send it over with pace, kept alive. Dangoya back on over. Hilchey with the reverse. Timo wanted it, but it got cut off and it worked. Probably the better option by Ari McCarthy. This is Bourne's first home match, as we mentioned, of the season, following the year after they won the Division 5 state championship last November. Short again, that's Lone getting it on over. Hilchey kept alive by Russell. Back on over for Timo, winded up with it. You know she's going for that killer shot every single time. Hilchey again took a deflection. Russell keeps it alive, and it's a little bit too low for Timo to catch up to it. Jasmine Paulson checking back into the match. Vange Hilchey on the serve. And a miss hit backwards. Should go down as an ace. It was off of McCarthy. A stumble by Hilchey. I think she might have jumped too early on that one. Substitution coming in for the Bourne Canalmen, Charlotte Taylor to replace Lily Demora. I gotta say, I like how on these Bourne jerseys they have the last names right above the number. Definitely helps out, not just for us on the table, but for the parents trying to figure out, okay, who's what number? Played short, Paulson couldn't catch up to it. 7-3 Bourne in set number 3. If Bourne reaches 25 in this set first, they come away victorious. And it would be their 7th consecutive sweep. Holden leaves it short for Lone. Now behind for Taylor. Holden again. Trying to go basket style with that one. She knows it. Hey, it happens. It's the second game of the season. You're going to have those brain cramps every now and then. Hallinan serving it again. The other 19 holding with it the second touch. Hilchey leaves it behind, saved by Taylor. Back over. Timo wanted the underhand. McCarthy might have gotten an angle that cut her off. Lone on the right side. Lone will send it over, tapped up by Russell. Nice one-touch hit from Taylor. Comes back on over for Polson. Got deflected, another point. Russell to Hallinan. Timo short. Three straight points for the Wildcats. They've cut the deficit to 2. Russell again sets it up for Hallinan. One touch over. It's heading off to the side. Still in, but you got to get it over. And it's going to be short. What an effort on the hit by Paulson. Maybe just a foot short. Nola Timo. Right side, service coming in. Out of play. Here's Ella Holden. Holden, one of 6 sophomores on the Wildcat side. Tapped up by Morrill. Hallinan gets it over to the left side. Russell with a nice kill. Off the arms of Kogovan. McCarthy will come take a seat. Morrill set to serve. Another line drive, heading on over towards the seats. Gifford was the last one to touch it. Oh, another line drive, another ace. Once again off the hands of Gifford. I think she was trying to redirect it in front. It heading in the direction of Kogovan. Now Bourne's taken 4 of the last 5. It's these swings, these runs that help build that momentum. It can go one way, then the next in an instant. Here's Gifford sending it back over. Timo will set it up. Hallinan left side, and Rosignol put it right in the bucket on the right. A little short on the serve for Morrow. Runs will score to 13-8 in favor of Bourne. Amy Dangoya set to check back in for Jasmine Paulson. Timo gets it over to Hallinan. Here comes Taylor with it. Nice touch off of Hilchey. Charlotte Taylor. Right side, Bourne 11 points away. 10 back over on one touch. Hallinan sets it up for Russell. Blocked, stays in. Dangoya left side, Hilchey. Timo keeps it alive. Hallinan back over. Rosignol didn't get it by the number 18 on the other side, Dangoya. Taylor did a good job. Some miscues, mishits. It's a Bourne point. Charlotte Taylor, another line drive. A little bit too much oomph on that one. Don't forget our next coverage of Bourne Canalmen Athletics will be on Monday, September 15th. We'll be covering all 3 games of Bourne Volleyball when they hit the road and take on Somerset Berkeley. And for myself, that game will mean a lot to me. Somerset Berkeley, my alma mater, I still work at every now and then on the broadcasting side. And that should be a very good contest between those 2 schools. Bourne will definitely come in as the favorite, but Somerset Berkeley has a lot of returning talent. They get a big group of seniors this year. Here comes the serve from Kogovan, up high in the air for Hallinan. In the middle for Rosignol, deflected and down. Lily Russell to serve. Did it drop in? It did. A nice ace on the back line. Russell, another line drive up in the air near the banners. Dropping quickly, and Gifford is able to get it over. Hallinan back to Timo! Not down yet, now it is. Russell this time on the left. Another line drive over. Might have gone wide and out of the back. 18-11 Bourne in this 3rd set. 7 points away from winning. And it would be another sweep. Raylan Gifford on the serve, goes to the side. And that is not in, says both officials. Rosignol. Behind Holden, sets it up in the middle. Hilchey! Not deflected. We've seen that a few times where it looks like it was deflected, and both times it's been on this left side where the deflection looks like it would have taken place. And Hilchey had the best look at it. She was the one that hit it. Rosignol again on the serve, another race. Off the chest it looked like of Kogovan. Here comes the freshman Emma Abbott into the match, replacing Raylan Gifford. Great job by Raylan Gifford tonight. Ends up behind. Hilchey, tapped up by Russell. Hallinan back over for Timo. High shot, heads out of play. Morrill checks back in for Rosignol. Paulson will check on in for Amy Dangoya. Dan Hilchey on the serve, and that was going on over. The sophomore Lillian DeMora with the hit. And she knows it too. She was saying, yep, I know, I won't do that again, right at that back line. Hilchey again. The senior trying to orchestrate a comeback that would be one for the books if it happens. Russell to Hallinan in the middle. Beam didn't get it on frame. (21-14) now the score in set 3. Hilchey, another high one. Russell gets it over to Hallinan up top, over to Timo on the left side, and that one drops in. Charlotte Taylor checking back in for Lillian Demora. Sophia Hallinan to serve. One thing I got to say about this Bourne volleyball team that I've noticed is everybody who's been checking into the game can easily have a starting role on this team. They've got so much depth. And when that comes to later in the season, against Duxbury, against Medfield, who are both on their schedule this year, that's going to pave way to potentially be a big difference in that match. Point here for West Bridgewater runs the score to 22-15. Depth is hard to come by, especially in the South Coast Conference and especially in the sport of volleyball. A great program with 3 teams here, freshman, JV, and varsity side. As Timo was falling backwards, couldn't get it over. She was going on over to the right side. Hallinan in the mix, and up high, Bean didn't get over, hit the netting. David Moore just telling his players, slow it down, still got a lot of the momentum. Again, it's mostly a B team that's playing up front right now. A violation on the side, a net violation against West Bridgewater. Nola Timo to serve. 2 points away. Timo will get it on over. Hilchi into the middle. One arm hit over, but it goes out of play. And that sets up match point for the Canalmen. Fans starting to rise to their feet. Here it comes, off to the side. And we get the last grab. Bourne is victorious, 3-0. All right, the handshake line goes on. We're going to have some post-game coverage coming up here on Bourne Community TV. Dan and I will be back to talk to our player of the game. Don't go anywhere. All right, 3-0 is the final. Bourne gets the win over West Bridgewater to move on to 2-0 on the season. I'm here with one of our senior players, Lily Russell. Lily, tremendous atmosphere here, the first home game of the year. What does it mean to get it in your first home game here?
It felt really good. It was our second game overall, and I think it meant a lot to take our first home game. I think it was a good learning opportunity. West Bridgewater's full of great opponents, so it really gave us a little bit of a challenge. They had really scrappy defense, so.
One thing that I noticed about this team is that you guys have a lot of depth on your team. Coach Moore was bringing in the second stringers, third stringers in the third set, and they were still earning points about that. Talk about the depth of the team that you guys have.
Well, it's a very multi-layered team. We have a lot of people who've been playing for a long time, and then a lot of people who have kind of just started getting a feel for the game. So it allows us as the seniors to act as leaders for them. We want to guide them. We're ready to help build the program for the next years to come. So it's a good game for that.
The start of the second set was a little bit of a struggle. You guys went down 13-5. Coach decides to call a timeout. What were sort of the talks and the motivation during that timeout to get the momentum back in you guys' favor?
It was really just to give everyone on the team a good reset, give everyone a moment to breathe. We showed a lot of resiliency by being able to come back in that second set, so it was good. We just needed to take a breath and trust in our abilities and trust each other.
Another home contest coming up here Friday against New Bedford Vogue. I don't think we're going to have coverage of that one, but that's going to be a tremendous day here for Bourne Athletics because you got football coming in with T-Mobile, stuff like that. What's going to be sort of like the guideline to getting a win, the keys to a win in order to stay undefeated on the year?
Our biggest thing would be ball control. We have to control the pass. We have to serve to our spots. And from there, we really know how to convert each ball into a point. So definitely just get the first pass, get our serves in the court, but be aggressive.
And then last question, we picked you as our player of the game. Who would you pick out there as player of the game for you guys?
I would have to pick our libero, Avery Morrill. She definitely really controlled the ball well out there, and every play starts with a pass. So she definitely led the game out there for sure.
Lily, I want to thank you very much for hopping on. Dan and I are going to be back on Monday at Somerset Berkeley for coverage of all 3 of the Bourne volleyball games. For Dan Vinciguerra and camera, I'm Keegan Hamlet signing off, wishing you the best. Be good. We'll see you next week. Have a good one. Thank you again, Lily. Good job today.